You wash my feet?
Jesus answered.
You don't understand what I'm doing, but it will become clear to you later.
Peter persisted.
Master, you will never wash my feet.
Jesus said.
If I don't wash you, you can have no part with me.
Master,
Said Peter.
wash not only my feet then, but wash my hands and my head.
Jesus said.
He who's had a bath only needs his feet washed now, and he's clean from head to toe. My concern, you understand, is holiness, not hygiene. You are clean now, but not every one of you.
He knew who was betraying him. That's why he said, not every one of you. After he had finished washing their feet, he took his robe, put it back on, and went back to his place at the table. Then he said,
Do you understand what I've done to you? You address me as master and teacher, and not as so, for that is what I am. I've laid down a pattern for you. What you do, what I do, you do. If I've washed someone's feet, then you wash each other's feet. If you understand what I've told you and act like it, for those who do this are